All right, welcome back to yet another edition of What's New on PeakD with Jarvie. Again, I would suggest listening to these on faster speed. I will be going over a decent amount of information. I'll be going over what we released today. Today is Friday, the 2nd of July. And I wanted to specify that because on the 30th of June, just 3 days ago, we released a whole other set of stuff, even more than we released today. I did an AMA that day, so I'm not actually sure that I did one of these What's New videos that gives a shorter synopsis of what was new. Maybe I should do that. Maybe you should let me know if I should do that. But there's all sorts of cool new things like recurring transfers, converting Hive dollars into Hive. What else was new? I mean, I'm missing a bunch. So today's list, we're going to go over here. Here is the list. We just put out we didn't even do a post for this. So this video is going to be helpful to show you what's new. We've got, it looks like 6 new things. How many of these and how fast can we do it? Let's jump on over to the first feature, which is display total rewards in the activities page. Actually, I want to show you over here on our post. All right, we're going to go to all posts, and I posted yesterday about a curation reward issue that impacts a certain amount of posts that were done during the 7 days prior to the hard fork. Any of those posts during the 7 days prior to the hard fork, it doesn't impact the posts, it doesn't impact the authors, it impacts voting, and those posts have to be the curation that goes to the voters is all being reset on those posts during the 7 days, which is now 4.5 days. So I explain it a little bit better in the post. And in that post, I mention some tools people can use. Curation results tool in the activities page, the curation trails, the search filter. And then I say that we have 3 tools that are coming soon. Well, guess what? That's what you're watching tonight is me showing off these 3 tools. 3 coming soon that are now already, they're here. So let's go on over to them. So the first one was to see the totals of your curation rewards, total. One of the reasons we want to do that is because we are going to help recurate those, like to vote on some posts during that time to interact with that curation amount. And then we are going to donate that to the Hive Fund. So how do we know how much it is? Because we're voting hundreds of posts. We don't want to add those all up. So let's go on over to activities page. So this means basically the activities of the account that aren't wallet related. Okay, so here they are. Here's all the activities, but then you can look at just curation rewards. That's always been there. What we did is this down here. We are totaling it up. So in the last 2 days, or since their specific day, GMT time, the total for my account is 96. Okay, if we go over to PeakD, which powered up in order to help recurate, I guess, these posts. We powered up, and then, but that money is for funding, so we then immediately powered down because it's only for the next 4 days that we're doing this. So we've got 439 Hive power so far that we'll be donating to the Hive Fund. I don't know what some of the other people are doing. Totally up to them, I guess. All right, so totals is there. Actually, the curation amount's 423. You can also just look at the author rewards. how much you've earned in the last. It's just going to look at a bunch of posts or a bunch of actions. And so whatever shows up on the screen, it will total it up for you. That's really nice, especially if there's hundreds of these things. If there's only 6, that wouldn't have taken me terribly long. But now let's add more activities. And we haven't posted a ton. Oh, one more activity. You have to keep, every time this is a new API call, it's not just loading author rewards. This is just a filter to show you just author rewards. It's loading all of the data, and then we are filtering that data to just show author rewards. There is no actual way to just say, hey, just show me these. All listed nice and neat. So in any case, we don't do maybe enough posts. Actually, we give a lot of the awards for the posts back to the Hive Fund. All right, so there is also a new feature to filter in and out. That doesn't really mean much in the reward section, but it means a lot for votes. So because we were already there, we finished a ticket that's been waiting around for a year. It's just never been super popular. No one's really asked for it, but we thought we'd create it anyways, and that's to filter if you are looking at the votes in or votes out. And again, remember, you can go to other accounts to look for their votes out, what they're voting. Here you go. Here's what my personal account has been voting in the last couple of days. I can also see what's been coming in instead of out. So I'm going to unclick out. Oh, it's a either or option. So in or out, or none, I guess. So here's the votes that are coming in. Thanks, everyone. All right, that's another one of the tools that we created. So new in-out filters and activities. The next one is to show estimated curator rewards in vote detail pop-up. And this is to help people now with the curation rewards issue that will be a thing for 4 more days. And it will help for the life of this project. Okay. When we're talking, this is my soapbox moment. When we're talking curation rewards, I want to specify a couple things first. I'll give you a little heads up. Here is what we're talking about. We created this, I don't know, I feel like it was a few weeks ago and released it. We have added an advanced section so you can see curator. And we have added a sort section. The newest votes, this was 8 hours ago, was the newest vote. The oldest vote, who was the first person to vote on us? It was Glasstar. Thank you, Glasstar, with a 42-cent vote. Let's see. Alphabetically, you can sort. You can also sort by curation rewards. Okay? So some pretty cool things. Now let's talk my soapbox moment. I was semi-hesitant to do this feature because the more features that push attention to the Hive Reward Pool, which is this thing that the blockchain has said, where is our inflation going? Where should we put it? It's going to those that help run the system with servers, and they are the block producers that we weirdly call witnesses. So some of that's going there, some to the Hive proposals, some to inflation, and then this huge chunk is going to a Hive Reward Pool. And what we're trying to do is highlight lots of ways that authors can earn money with tips, now with recurring transfers as well, soon, eventually with ad payments from ad networks based on visitors. So that will be based on visitor amounts. So there is really no incentive right now for authors to have a lot of visitors, right? Unless they actually care about their content being read. I know, that's an amazing idea. So if you care about your content being read, then you know how to do that. You go and get it in front of a bunch of eyes all around the world and every place possible, and Pinterest to Twitter to Facebook, to advertise it, spend money on it to get people to read it. There's all sorts of those sorts of things, of course. Being a very good writer also is helpful, or a good artist. In any case, so the more effort we put into this particular thing, it's just like it's a game. Hive Reward Pool is a gamified version of giving tokens out to a lot of people. When you give tokens out to a lot of different people, then you help to distribute and make a token a little bit more decentralized. And if there's interest, where should it go? Well, give it to a wide swath of good authors, with the hope that they also are the types of authors that bring people to the system. Well, that part has been lacking. No one seems to be bringing people to their content. They hope that people just on Hive do it for curation rewards. Well, half of that pool goes to authors and half of it goes to curators. So it's just redistributing the interest that is coming in. So I say that all while showing that we spent time creating several new tools, almost 100% to benefit the game of the Hive Reward Pool. And I don't want to give the wrong opinion. If we go back to PeakD homepage, we are decentralized social media with true ownership. This isn't gamified earn monies through a game on Hive amongst only Hive users. We are interested in true ownership, decentralization, and part of our interest is to help down here get rewarded. We want 6 different ways that an author gets rewarded. And in here, we should remove the upcoming because it is now an actual thing. Reward pool is the 4th thing. So a limited reward pool. It is limited. There's a certain amount of tokens that are produced each day. And half of them, I think it's something around 60% of them go to this game, the Hive Reward Pool, and half goes to the authors, half to the curators. So I just wanted to get on a quick little soapbox to say, yes, we did just create several new tools for this game. And we wish you the best, and they are great tools. And I like them. I use them. I enjoy the game of the Hive Reward Pool. I know that it's not going to sustain a lot of really established, business-minded content curators, because getting $40 on a post that they spend all day, and they have often employees and all this sort of stuff, and they are at the top of their fields and they know what's going on. Those type of people, it's like, okay, that's fun, but where's the real money? Based on the fact that I have 1 million people that read and watch my stuff, let's work on things with systems of scale. Okay, I hope you enjoyed that little side rant. And maybe you didn't. And maybe you love the Hive Reward Pool. You know what? Personally, I enjoy it. It's fun to get Hive that way. It's great. Certainly, I've spent, like even now doing this video, way too much time. It's like not necessarily going to be worth the time, but I want people to watch this video. I think that's the important thing, and gain value from it. All right, let's jump off the rant. It's a nice rant. All right, so allow to filter search results from a specific date onward, and allow to search for all posts with an asterisk. All right, let's go give it a shot. So we're going to go to search. The new search was something that's actually pretty recent. We're going to do a search with an asterisk. That means it's going to search for all things ever. Actually, let's make sure that we do a time limit. Let's go to custom and let's say 2021-01-01. And let's look based on rewards. So every post written in 2021, sort them by highest rewards first. There we go. It was Rise Online, a complete beginner's guide, and then Skate Hive and Archange and a couple of HBD funder posts and Rishi and just all sorts of things there. Okay, which is really interesting. I find that fun, and this number over here is based on that game of the Hive Rewards Pool. And you could go here and look at your value will be first. You can look at who gave the highest vote, 122, 104. You can also look at the newest voters. And the new hard fork actually allows you to put your name on the list. It won't actually be part of the game of the Hive Rewards Pool, but you can still put your name on the list of people that support that post. So, all right, so we've done the asterisk. We've done the sort by date. I actually wanted to take a moment to show maybe a way to get into that curation portion of the game that happened right before the hard fork. It reset all 7. Well, for all intents and purposes, it reset the post from before the 7 days before the hard fork. So if you want to look at that, you can go to posts that are in their last day, like this one. If you look over here, it says it's going to end in 4 hours. So that's definitely in its last day. You can go here and see that the largest, well, I go to advanced, the largest voters aren't getting curator rewards. People that voted early on. I guess it's sad for some of these people. They aren't getting their expected curation rewards, but most of the names on this list are now jumping in to re-vote on to vote on some of the other of these posts. And so they're getting back their curation rewards. So don't feel bad for them. Okay. So that's one thing. You can also sort by who's now getting a lot of curation rewards, and it's all those people that are voting in the last day or two, because there was a petition for everyone to jump in and to vote on those posts to help normalize so no one person gets a lot of those curation rewards. So a bunch of people, like we're calling for a lot of people to go in and do that, so it normalizes those amounts. So no one gets unfairly too much of it. All right. And what was the last thing on the list? Better support for some new operations and wallet transactions. So if you go to the wallet, let's go to my wallet. Down here in the wallet transactions, we're supporting some of the features a little bit better. So I know that one is, outgoing filter is now set for the new transactions. Incoming is also a new thing. So I don't have any recurring transfers coming in or going out. So sorry, we go to PeakD wallet. That would be, I know that they've done a few recurring transfers. And as you can see here, we have 2 recurring conversions. Sorry, that's not a recurring transfer. That's 2 conversions, one of 10 Hive, one of 20 Hive. We've also redone the math, because the math for the conversions is funky. It works out, but it's funky. So we just had to show things a little bit better. It looks like we don't have any recurring transfers going out right now. So, all right. So, but we did have some. So here's all the recurring transfers that happened recently since the hard fork. Looks like all of them mostly ended. If we go to manage, oh, there's still some remaining. There you go. I guess we have, this one has 97. It was a test. So we do definitely have recurring transfers happening. So you can look at all the outgoing payments or sending of money. You can also look at escrow. Let's see what that is. Those are the conversion, I'm guessing. No, something else. I mean, escrow maybe is an obscure feature that not many people use, but we have it listed there. Obviously, PeakD hasn't used it. Any savings transfers? When's our last time we did a savings transfer? I'm not exactly sure. We should probably move these 300 Hive dollars into savings. Yeah, not many. Convert requests. Obviously, we did these two. Power up, power down. We did a huge one recently. So we powered up 120,000 and then powered down right away 120,000. So to help with that curation system. But this is funds that we actually have to use for some other things. All right, so we've gone through most of the list. There's always the things that people have requested, like, hey, can you work on this? Can you fix this? And we did that. And so now there's a couple of new fixes. And we, bigger one is some people were having with the new Hive Signer that just got released. And so we're just helping to make sure that PeakD works with that login system. There are 3 login systems, as you recall. Hive Signer is one of them that a lot of people with mobile phones tend to use. Mobile phones in South America seems to be that's the big audience for Hive Signer. Okay, so does anyone have any questions? Let me know. I hope you enjoyed the video. I kept it at 20 minutes, even with my little rant. And you know what? I am happy to discuss that subject with other people. I want to start doing a little bit more shows talking about PeakD with lots of different random users, non-users that are interested in looking into it and explaining Hive and PeakD again and again and talking about different features. I think coming soon, I've talked to Lord Wintry, is that his name? About he had some interesting ideas. I wanted to go through them and say, hey, look, those are interesting ideas for the future of Hive, but I think they don't focus on what Hive is really good at. We need to tell the world what we're really good at. So maybe those other features that he would like to see will happen in the future, but let's push for them perhaps. But right now, let's also really celebrate all the amazing things that Hive has. And after the hard fork, it has several more amazing things. We're now have a very good system set up to take on sites like Patreon. And now the interface is like PeakD, and it's on our list to do. Now we can do some pretty amazing things. It's just a matter of people doing it. So we've got some amazing things to build on. And if we're not building on these already amazing things, then what makes us think we're going to build on some future thing and have success with some future thing that hasn't been built if we're not already using what we have? And we're working on it. I mean, Hive has so many features that PeakD is not even using to the best of our advantage. We could be doing a lot more with them There's enough tools to keep us busy and features to expand upon to keep us busy for at least a couple more months. And we've got to get it. We've got some things to do, believe me, to get ready for new users. So, all right. Those are my thoughts. If you would like me to go over in-depth conversions or to go over recurring payments, that sort of thing, let me know. Also, we do have a new tab here called Exchanges. Let me walk through this real fast. So these are easy swaps. These are sites that you don't need a login. They don't care who you are. They don't know who you are. You can convert Hive into hundreds of tokens, or you can convert those tokens into Hive. All you'll need to give them is your Hive address and then send them the tokens that you want to convert into Hive. We're going to help by pretty soon adding little easy ways to do these sorts of stuff. During the hard fork, they did remove support for Hive until their new servers get back up. And it looks like it's back now. So you can convert it into ETH. You can convert it into a bunch of different things. You can even convert it into Binance Smart Chain stuff like BUSD. So I did another video and talked about this as well. In any case, this is a new page. We've got the sites that do have login that support Hive, except for Binance US doesn't support Hive. But in case US citizens wanted a decent exchange, you got Binance or Bittrex. We could write a little bit more about these. Let us know if you want us to do that. For now, just kind of some links to different exchanges. So, all right, Coinbase maybe should be on that list. I will say that a lot of the features that we've just done are not for all of the users that we have. They may be used by a small proportion, but we still love creating those tools that are used by only a small proportion. The portion that are probably the most invested into the game of the Hive Reward Pool. So, but I still love to talk way more about search someday. All the cool things you could do with search. I showed you one. I hope people use search in order to create some really cool new curated collections. So PeakD is definitely, with our larger vote, we are definitely voting more often on curated collections, really supporting those. We haven't done that recently. A collection of hard fork 25 posts published after the hard fork. Well, that's cool. Someone's taken on the task of doing that. We love that. That's me. I'm going to give it a big vote. PeakD will too. Give me a moment to switch on over, I guess. Oh, I'm going to vote this one too. So there you go. Have a good night. I hope you enjoyed seeing all the new features in action and getting a bunch of thoughts about Hive tools and features and all that sort of stuff. And enjoy your day.